rocking with
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report.
Ghetto Report Podcast.
Let's touch on it a little bit. You was wrongfully convicted. You served 22 years in jail because of it, right?
Yes.
How's that looking now? Like,
So in '97, I was arrested for a murder that I didn't commit. April of 1998, I had found guilty, sentenced to life in prison. April 30th, I was released April 30th, 2019. It is now 2024, and I'm still waiting for a decision to happen on whether or not I'm going to trial. It was a struggle, man. I could tell you like this, man, with the help of a certain young lady, man, that I really appreciate, man, and with the inspiration of that movie, man, Planet of the Apes, I'm sitting right here in front of you, bro.
yeah.
You know, and my daughter grinding for me on the internet because my case happened in front of 190 people, bro. And the Commonwealth found one witness to say, I killed his friend. And he had open cases. And in 2000, he told them he lied. He told them he lied before trial. They still put him on the stand at trial. They told him they was going to give him perjury and give him life. He still went through with it. Again, he told the judge in 2000 that he lied. A judge said, I don't believe you. He told the judge again in 2007, he lied. I presented, at this point, 7 witnesses that said I didn't kill this man. And the one person that said I killed him, he's telling y'all I didn't do it. Why I didn't get out in 2019. He told them in 2000. Yeah. I'm up to 14 witnesses right now. That's why they don't want to go to trial. I found 14 witnesses that was at the club that night. They still only have one. Matter of fact, they don't even have one because he admitted he lied. They don't even have a witness.
Yeah.
My lawyers right now waiting for them. They keep asking for continuances. They know I was wrongfully convicted. They don't want to have to apologize again to another Bennett. I accept Wu's apology for my uncle. They gotta compensate me for my case, though.
Yeah. Is it a scary thing?
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I live my life the way I live it and have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy life. Because a jury can do it again.
Yeah. We've seen it time and time again. People get wrongfully convicted and go to jail. It's a bunch of people that's been coming home lately for the past 5 years, 6 years, 10 years or whatever, wrongfully convicted, murder. All these people coming home.
And that's a pattern. And they not looking at it as a pattern of wrongful and injustices. There's still guys that are there. Odair Fernandez, my boy. Like, we trying to show that this detective Keeler is dirty. They called him Mr. Homicide. Yeah. Like, a lot of his cases are getting overturned for murders, and when they're getting overturned, they're only picking and choosing certain cases to overturn. Yeah. And that's not fair. He's a fruit of a poisonous tree, so all the cases need to be reviewed.
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah. What's his name, Detective Keeler?
Yep. Dan Keeler, Mr. Homicide.
Mm-hmm. He still
he made prosecutors judges. That's why they don't want to overturn none of his cases.
Yeah. Is he still on the force now? No.
He probably is.
Yeah. So you did 22 years wrongfully convicted. What type of things did you endure while you was in there? Like, what's the
So it wasn't that I endured. It wasn't that I was enduring much because I always was prepared for whatever happened. It was just the initial bumps and bruises of dealing with the street things. You had some unresolved issues that I had to deal with, fights. That I win, that I didn't win, that I did win. Some jumps, some we jumped people. And like I said, the maturity was the best part about that. That endurance is to be able to, after the first 10 years of getting fights and doing things and getting in trouble. The next 12 years, you focused on trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But not knowing if that was going to happen was probably the most difficult part of it.
Yeah.
You know, dudes had dates. Some dudes didn't.
Yeah. You didn't have no date. You had a.
No, I'll put it like this. I had a life bid with eligibility of parole in 15 years, but because I was convicted of another shooting, I had an 18 to 20.
Yeah.
So I had to serve my life bid first. And then I was going to get paroled to the 18 to 20. Then I had a 9 to 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they upheld the conviction for the 18 to 20 and gave me a new trial for the murder case.
Yeah. So that's why you out. And the 9, what you had a 9 or what?
I had an 18 to 20. They put two separate shootings together.
Okay.
And I had a life bid and I had an 18 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
And they upheld the 18 to 20 as a conviction, right? But the judge said that I didn't get a fair trial and that my lawyer was ineffective and that newly discovered witnesses were available that weren't available during the trial that have pertinent information to my innocence. So he released me on bail. And I've been on bail for the last about to be 5 years.
Yeah. How much was your bail?
$10,000.
Okay. So 10,000. You ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. These people are crazy. What judge was that?
Judge Peter Krupp, one of the best judges. He was a former he was a former he was a former defense lawyer in the feds where he overturned the courtroom conviction to open courtroom things. He understands it, he gets it. He knows some of these judges are stuck in them 1937 laws. He knows wrongful convictions happen more than not.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been the judge that's been mainly releasing a lot of the guys.
Okay, because he knows better.
He knows.
And this is the thing about the justice system. It's easy to get in there, hard to get out.
Oh man, I tell the young men that all the time, man. Whew.
Yes.
Yeah, a 5-minute decision, a 10-minute bad decision will land you in prison for the rest of your life, boy. You can't get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, in some cases, it ain't even a bad decision. It's just
a
wrong place, wrong time. They might say, yeah, well, he did it. And they want to stick to that conviction. They don't want that off. Like, no, he did it. We don't want to look elsewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy how they doing it, man. But I'm ready for trial. Shout out to my lawyer, Jennifer O'Brien, Pete. And, Lorenzo Perez, man. I appreciate them, man, because these lawyers, when I had initially paid them to represent me, you know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, my first Rule 30 got denied, and they could have just walked away. And they was like, nah, we believe in your innocence. We taking this pro bono.
What's the Rule 30?
A Rule 30 is when you go in for newly discovered evidence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there was witnesses that was coming forward signing affidavits that were at the club that night that was speaking on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't around, that wasn't available. I found out through certain people, through certain investigations, I had to hire an investigator that I had 190 people on my witness list. My attorney didn't interview none of them.
Where's this attorney at now?
His name is William Crow, and the crazy thing about life...
William Crow?
You know the crazy thing about life? He was Derek Jackson's lawyer during the Stewart case. He was the lawyer that spoke on Derek Jackson's behalf. And he never even told me that, so I believe he sold me out.
Of course. Where's he at now? He's around?
He's a lawyer somewhere. William Crow. When I
with a name like that,
so
William Crow.
So when you ask me that question again, I apologize. I learned from that documentary that my trial attorney for my court case that I am on appeal for represented Derek Jackson during that Stewart case. And he never told me that. He had a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
And so when I tell you there was 190 witnesses on my case, and he didn't interview none of them? He waited for the DA to tell him who they was going to present?
So when you're going through this, right, and did you know there was all these witnesses, or you had no idea?
Well, I knew it was a nightclub, but I didn't know all the ones that I knew that I remember who I spoke to. I brought them forward. They came and testified in my defense. But the people that don't want to be involved in none of this, they was gone. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't find out about these 190 people till later on.
I mean, I didn't find out my 14 witnesses that came forward. I knew there was damn near 200 people in the club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't know where they found their one witness from.
Okay.
That lied on me.
Where's that witness at now?
I'm caught up in this fast life. Every morning night I pray. Gotta make it out some way. Put a smile back on my mama's face.